Hello everybody, how is it going? So we finally did it. We finally got a match that wasn't Lucci versus Katakuri. Although I did have, my very first match was against Katakuri, but sadly he had to go like mid-game, so didn't really get to finish it. I would have threw it in this video, if I could have, but we're against an Arlong. Seeing a little bit more of this deck. He has nothing turn 1. We do give him first turn. Also, sorry about the notifications. I think it happens one other time. Really annoying. I wish I gotta figure out how to turn that off. That's my bad. But Arlong gets pretty much his Dofi like curve where he gets to swing for 7 and play a character out of his hand. Not as good as Dofi, but you do kind of see what your options are in your hand. And I don't think this is the best one. Probably not what you want to start off with. It's just playing the Nami. Also, I'm not sure if all the Arlong decks right now are playing like the East Blue package, but like an absolute beast, we draw an air door here on our 4-Dawn turn, which is super sweet. Also, last turn we picked up a Fukuro off our Spandam, and he grabs a Kurobi, and I forgot what he grabbed off the other Nami. I'm gonna be real, I don't know what these cards do. Like, at least like the names of what he's grabbing off Nami. I don't know the East Blue characters, so even if I like recognize what they've grabbed, I still wouldn't know what they do. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. We'll just kind of find out what they do as he plays them. But we get a... oh man, what's his name? Giraffe Man, what's his name? Kaku. We get a Kaku off of our air door there. Pretty good. We just pop a Nami. This card is usually just worth playing because 6k bodies are good. We cannot complain. Also, it's just kind of like a free pop effect. Like a little bit better than a Vista, I would say. But he uses leader effect again and plays the Kurobi he grabbed the other turn, and it looks like it just taps something. I don't know what cost, I'll have to see. But he swings his Nami at my Spandam. Not bad. I'm gonna assume it's like a 4 or less, because, I mean, he probably wouldn't have rested the Kaku because he wouldn't have anything to swing into it, but I'm gonna assume it's nothing super crazy. But we're on our 6th-Dawn turn. We probably want to get down the Sakazuki here, just because... I mean, there's nothing amazing to pop, because, you know, it's the Kurobi is a 3k body, as we see there, and Nami's only a 2k, so I don't feel like I'm impacting the board too much, but we probably still want to play him. And right here, whew, never mind, we can impact the board quite well now, because he did decide to trigger that Cracker. And we'll swing our Kaku first to see if he, like, gets another trigger, and maybe we want to pop that instead of the Cracker, but... he counters out of that one, which I agree with. And then we get that value off the Sakazuki. Yes, sir. Not going to use the leader effect. We have our Isho for next turn. Don't know if he'll be at 6 cards. He probably won't. Plays a 7-cost Big Mom. We'll trash our life just because we're already 1 life ahead. We're kind of chilling. Probably counter out of this attack just to make sure you don't get super low. And I mean, that's about all you can do that turn. We'll pick up another Khalifa. We're on, should be 8-Dawn? Yeah. So, we might just be playing our Isho, even though it's not gonna rip 2 cards. It's still kind of good. Just having a big body on the board. We'll pretty much let us go for game the following turn. Might have a trigger here. He does, it's a Sparrow. So now I think maybe I want to play that Kaku instead, just because we aren't getting the full value out of our Isho. He'll counter out of the 6k swing. Then we'll just swing 5. He'll counter for 1. And let's see, tough choices. We could play like a Kaku here, and then a Fukuro. Sounds pretty good. We'll just kind of shuffle back whatever. Pop the Sparrow. Almost misclicked and used my leader, but I think you can still cancel it after you do that, so it's all good. And yeah, there's the other notification. Sorry. He picks up another Cracker. Okay. We'll play a Fukuro and pass. So pretty much he needs to somehow get game here, or he's probably dead next turn. Unless he plays like 3 blockers. Then maybe he lives. But even if he does that, I have leader effect, so maybe not. But he's probably going to play that Cracker of his leader effect. We'll probably just take because we have the Fukuro. We want to save our cards to defend our bodies rather than our life at this point. Unless we're going to die, but I don't think we are, because his only other swing is really the Big Mom. Even if he loads up his little guys, they're not that threatening. So I'll swing 5 with Karobi. I have to keep looking at his name, I don't know. We'll counter for 1. Swings with this Big Mom at our Kaku. We definitely want to defend this. Could use the blocker. It doesn't matter too much just because we know we're going for a game next turn. And he passes it back with 4 Dawn up. And so he probably has at least 1 event counter. So he's green and yellow. So the one we mainly have to worry about is Punk Gibson. So we'll kind of swing our Fukuro first because we know it'll probably get tapped. If we don't swing with it. He'll take the 5k swing. So yep, this is just pretty much a game. So I have 3 swings, he only has 2 cards. And there was the Punk Gibson. We played around it, yes sir. Swing 7 with our Kaku, and even if this last card is an event, yeah, doesn't have it. Try to rematch, don't get it, but I got one more game. Also not against the Katakuri, we got a Whitebeard. So we'll get right into that. Hand is, it's okay. We're going first, so definitely never going to be as strong as we normally are when we get our going second curve. But we have some decent on-curve plays if we draw them, like Spandam into Fukuro into either like a Kaku or our vanilla 5-cost. I can't think of his name. So we can kind of play on the going first curve, it's just not as strong as our going second curve. So as you see, turn 1 and 2, we kind of have nothing. So we just swing 8, try to take a life from him. He'll play down a Marco and swing 6 at us. We'll probably take just to try to get some more options here. There's a Spandam. Not bad, but we're probably playing one of our 5 costs. Kaku can't pop anything, so right now it's looking between the Bluno and the... Man, I just hovered over him. Oh, actually, I'm going with the air door. I remember this, yeah. I kind of like that I did this just because as long as I hit any kind of CP9 here, doesn't matter if I can't like use the Kaku or something, but it still lets me get the 6k swing on his leader, which I think is really important. Like, skipping out on even just one attack on Whitebeard feels really bad. You want to make sure you always have the pressure on, and I think he definitely thought he was at 2 life there. Like, immediately used his Marco. Like, I don't know. It happens. Might be why he thinks a little bit here. He's like, what just happened? Why couldn't I res my Marco? Because I think the OP03 Marco, it doesn't matter what life you're at, as long as you have events you can bring him back. But he plays down another blocker Marco, so this one he'll be able to res. And we'll see what he ends up doing with the last 2 Dawn. Either gonna swing with it or leave it up for events. Either sounds fine. Uses a Whitebeard Pirates and grabs a... no, grabs nothing. I guess he whiffed. I hate that for some reason when you use events like Whitebeard Pirates, it just doesn't show up in the log there. It's kind of annoying. He plays a Machino. I'm not exactly sure why he wanted to play the Machino. Definitely want to have like a searcher on board and then just play the Machino. Kind of odd, but that's okay. We'll swing 6 with our leader. Probably going to get down a Sakazuki, get another card out of hand by popping the Marco. Not going to use our leader effect. Brings it back by chucking a 7-drop ace. Just checking my grave to see if Bluno can bring anything good back. It didn't look like there's anything super amazing besides like a Fukuro, which isn't terrible. Yeah, I'm at 3 life, so I'll definitely just swing with the Bluno. We're not too worried about dying. He'll 2k out of that, or 1k, sorry. And we'll drop our Sakazuki and basically take another card out of his hand by popping the Marco once again. Could have popped like the Machino, but felt kind of useless as even if he plays like a 1-drop this turn, he still can't use Machino till the following turn, so really slow, so we just let it live. All good. But we'll pass it back. He is now on, should be 8 Dawn. Still no 9-drop Edward. plays a Whitebeard Pirates and grabs OP03 Marco. Plays down a Thatch, and he has 1 down left, so see what he ends up doing with it. Just swings 6 at us, most likely, or the Bluno, either one. Oh, he's hesitating. Kind of doesn't really matter what he swings at here, because I'll probably defend my Bluno. I might defend my life. Goes 7 at Bluno. Yeah, we'll just 2k out of it. And I'll pass it back. He's on 1 life. So we definitely want to try to take that last life, just so if he tries to play a 9-drop, it's definitely kind of scary for him. We honestly don't have a ton of plays. It's hard for us to kind of set up the Kaku. The only thing Kaku would really be able to pop is the Marco after we Tashigi. It looks like we're probably going to go with that. Yeah. Just, you know, kind of deplete his hand a bit. We'll put back some air doors. Pop the Marco. Not going to use our leader. We couldn't even because he's still active. And we'll go down on leader. Swing 6. Counter for 1. Probably go another 6 and then a 7 with the Sakazuki. He'll take that one. If he didn't take that one, I considered going for like the Marco just to get the guaranteed card out of hand, but now it's pretty much the same thing, where we're still going to get a guaranteed card because he has no life, has to counter. And he plays, I don't know what this card is named, but Bad Manners Kick Course, there you go. But kind of, I think all the colors after OP03 have that kind of event card that's +3, but you have to discard 1. Honestly, I don't love him, but he slams down that Newgate, which is so scary for him. I mean, based play, honestly. He does have a blocker, but blockers aren't the best against Lucci when you're going for game. Now I would imagine he kind of has to go for my board here, but swinging 8 into Sakazuki is still kind of an easy defend, so we'll definitely take it. We go 8 again into the Sakazuki. We have no more 2Ks, but we're still definitely saving it because we want to go for game. Draw for turn, another Tashigi. Oh, he scoops it up. Try to rematch, he says no. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. I told you eventually I would get a game that wasn't against Katakuri, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.